Good day everyone, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to cut a A-line gown with crepe, with this crepe material. This is a crepe material, it's not a chiffon because it's a little bit, if you check the texture, it's a little bit thicker than chiffon. This is crepe. Now the A-line gown, I'm going to be using lining to turn it. So thank you. Follow me as I fold my fabric. If you want to cut your front pattern, you fold your fabric into two. You fold your fabric into two. Then you keep checking till you use the highest measurement to fold. The highest measurement is the hip, which is 40. The hip, which is 40. So I'm using the hip measurement to know how I'm going to fold my fabric. I'm using hip measurement plus the allowance. That's 6. You add 6. That's 46. That's 46. Then you divide by 4. All the round measurement, the waist, the bust, the hip, we divide by 4 because it's a round measurement. By the time you fold this way, this is the front pattern. Always know that the front part, I said you want to put zipper at the front, doesn't always have joining at the front. So you fold your fabric into two like this, just the way I've done. But how will you know the excess to which you will fold? I've told you is by your hip measurement. The hip measurement is 40 plus 6 swing allowance, which is 46. 46 divided by 4. 46 divided by 4, that will give us 12 point something thereabout. So let's just say we are using 13, but hope 13 will not be too much. 13 times 2, that's 26. 26 plus 26, that's 54. So 13 is too much. Let's use 12. 12 times 4, that's 48. That's very okay because we need 46. So let's just use 12. So, but you will not fold exactly 12 because it's a A-line gown. The down part, it will be a free gown. So you will check how wide do you want the down part to be. If I want, okay, let's make the down part to be 16. That's 16 times 4. That's how wide the down part will be. So that's how to fold your fabric. Follow me as we take out our measurement on the cloth. Thank you. Yes, I want to explain how I draft out my pattern for this style, for this gown. The length of the gown is 39, but because I want to use lining to turn it, I need the length to be 42. So by the time I use lining to turn it, it will come to the normal length. Now, when you want to start your measurement, you start from the back. The back of the person is 14. You divide by 2. We have 7. Then you fold your fabric into two. Lest I forget, yes, you fold your back fabric into two because the front, this is the front pattern. Now we measure the shoulder, which is 7, the back of the person. Then you divide by, it's 14, we divide by 2 to get 7. Then the neck, the neck is 4 by width. The depth will be 4 2, 4 by 4. We make it to be 4 by 4. Now for you to get your shoulder, you slant down by half. You go down by half, then you slant. That's the shoulder. Then the armhole. The armhole, we measure 8. Then for you to get how your cuff will be, if you don't have a French cuff, just measure 1.5 at this angle. Then you can know how to cuff your hand. Then after that, we want to measure our bust. You measure your bust right at that shoulder, armhole rather, at that armhole, our bust is 36. That's 9 plus, when you divide it by 4 you get 9, then plus the sewing allowance. The sewing allowance is 3 inches. That's why I have 12 here. Then I've gotten my bust. Now I want to get my waist. I go down by 15. Then I'll measure my waist measurement. My waist is 30. 30 divided by 4. All your measurements, you divide it by 4. Round measurement, you divide it by 4. So this is 10 plus sewing allowance. You know it's 30. 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. So I added 3. That's 10.5. That's the waist. Now the hip. I start measuring my hip from 25. It's according to your client that you know how where to measure your hip and your waist. My hip is, the hip of my customer is 40. 40 divided by 2 and divided by 4, that's 10, plus 3, that's 13. That's 13. Yes, that's 13. That's 13. Then the reason why it stands like this is because it's a free gown. I use my ruler to go down straight, to slant it down just the way you are seeing it. Don't make it to be too bogus because it's not a thick material. This is very soft material. Then you come to your neck, depending on your client's preference. This is a cuff neck or round neck. Let's call it round neck. Now this is the measurement. Then we cut out our measurement. All you need to do now, since you have gotten your front pattern, you fold your fabric so that you can get your back pattern. Now for you to cut your back pattern, you fold your fabric into 2, just like the way we cut for front pattern. But this time around, no need of measuring, since it's an A line gown. You just place the front pattern on the back pattern. But before you place it, you put 1.5 distance between the front pattern and the back pattern. That 1.5 is called zip allowance. That is why we have it arranged this way. Zip allowance. Then don't forget, the neck for the back may be different from the neck for the front. So you measure the neck for the back first. You measure the neck for the back. That is, it may be V neck. It may be the same as the front. It may be 4-corner neck. We have different type of neck. So I want to make it round neck, but not too deep this time. The deepness will just be by 2.5. Yes, that's the neck for the back. The deepness is round neck just at the front, but the deepness is not, the depth rather, is not as deep as the front. Then we cut. Don't forget to put your zipper allowance, because by the time you are sewing, you want to put zip. except if you are not putting zip for your A-line gown. But if you are putting zip, always remember to put zipper allowance. Then we cut. Yes, and you split that back because there's going to be zip at the back, so we split it. Don't split the one for the front though, because it's not going to have any joining at the front part. This is the back part. We split, we open it up. Yes, this is the outcome of our pattern. Next thing to do is to put lining. We want to put lining because it's a soft material. I will put lining now. Yes, because we want to cut lining for the back, for the front first. You fold your fabric into two, just the way I'm doing. You fold your fabric into two like this, the lining. Fold the lining into two, then you place your front pattern. You place your front pattern on it. You place your front pattern on it. Don't forget I told you that the lining we are using it to turn it. So it's not necessarily that the length of the lining and the length of the gown will be the same. No, it will not be the same because we are using lining to turn it. This is what we have. This is what we have. Yes. You see now that the lining is not as equal to the clothes because we want to use it to turn it inside. We want to use lining to turn the material, the fabric inside. So no need of the length being the same. Then we cut. Now we are done with lining for the front pattern. We want to cut lining for the back pattern now. For the back pattern, we are done with cutting lining for the front. So also you place lining for the back. You fold the lining, then you cut. I don't want the video to be too long, that's why I have to end it this way. But you have seen how I cut lining for the front, so also you cut lining for the back. Thank you. You can put any desired sleeve as you want. I will show you the outcome later, but you can also put the desired sleeve as you want. Thank you.